Hey, thrill seekers, we're back. We took some time off because of some personal setbacks and we wanted to reevaluate our channel. So we made some changes and we hope you like it. Today's off roading adventure is at Bald Mountain, which is just 15 miles east of Susanville, California. It is a beautiful trail with some stunning sunset views and optional obstacles that will challenge you. After the ride, stay tuned for the Eerie story.
right here.
Right there? Yeah.
This story was told to me by a woman I will just call Jenna. Her story goes like this. One late afternoon, Jenna and her friends, who she says were total adrenaline junkies, decided to test a story told by the locals. They said they armed themselves with flashlights, camping gear, and way too much bravado. They were set off to debunk the myths surrounding Bald Mountain's whispers. Their hike was uneventful. She and her friends said they felt like they ruled the world. She said the sun was magical almost as it dipped below the horizon, casting long, eerie shadows. Just as twilight began to turn the sky a deep blue, they quickly set up camp while joking nervously about ghosts and other things that go bump in the night. The darkness fell almost immediately. Thick fog began to rise, wrapping around them like a suffocating shroud. The temperature plummeted, and the eerie silence replaced their laughter. That's when the whisper started, soft at first, barely audible, but growing louder and more distinct. It sounded like chanting, in some languages none of them recognized. They tried to laugh it off as the wind, but there was no wind. The air was deathly still. Suddenly, Jenna saw something, a figure in the fog, translucent, glowing faintly with this otherworldly light. It was an old man, eyes hollow, face contorted, with eternal anguish. She blinked and he was gone, but the whispering grew louder, filled with sorrow and anger. Her friends saw him too, and that's when panic set in. They decided to leave quickly, but the mountains had other plans. The path they had climbed, it seemed to twist and turn on itself, leading them in circles. The fog got thicker and the whisper louder. The air became heavy with a sense of heaviness. And then the scream. Guys, listen to this. Jenna described it as a blood-curdling scream that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. It was the scream of a soul in torment, echoing through the night and shaking them to their core. They ran blindly, stumbling over rocks and roots, fleeing from something they couldn't see but couldn't feel all around them. Morning finally came, and they found themselves back at the base of the mountain, completely exhausted and terrified. None of them wanted to talk about what they experienced. When they got back to town, the locals just gave them this knowing look. You know the type, like they were saying, "We told you so." The mountain's grip was strong, and anyone who dared to challenge its secrets seldom walked away unchanged. Years went by, but Jenna couldn't forget what happened on Mount Mountain. She said it gnawed at her, consuming her thoughts. She felt drawn back there, convinced something was left unfinished. That part of her was still trapped up in that fog. So, on that anniversary of the awful night, she returned alone, but this time she came prepared with research, history, and local legends. She learned about the old man, a hermit, who had cursed the mountain with his dying breath after being wrongfully accused of witchcraft and left to die by the townspeople. His spirit, it was said, lingered forever, seeking retribution. As soon as Jenna stepped onto the mountain, the temperatures dropped and the whispering began again. Yet, instead of fear, she felt a strange calm, a determination. She climbed with purpose, each step a confrontation with malevolent force she had once fled. At the summit, the fog thickened, and there he was again, the old man, his ghostly sight filled with sorrow rather than wrath. This time, Jenna, her voice trembling yet resolute, spoke out. I know your story. Your suffering should end. The whisper ceased, replaced by complete silence. The old man looked at Jenna with hollow eyes that seemed to soften after what felt like an eternity. He nodded, a faint smile crossing his spectral lips before he faded into the mist. The fog lifted instantly, and the whispers vanished into the clear morning air. As Jenna descended the mountain, she felt a weight lift from her shoulders, bringing a profound sense of peace. Sure, Bald Mountain would never be ordinary. Its eerie legacy was etched into the very rock and wind, but she had faced its darkness, and in doing so, perhaps finally given the restless spirits a chance at peace. Years later, Bald Mountain remained a place of legends. Its whispers were no more of a gentle hum, and Jenna, she became a teller of tales, ensuring that the story of Bald Mountain and the tragic end of the poor hermit was never forgotten. So there you have it, Paranormal Wheelers fans. Another bone-chilling tale that reminds us why we do what we do. If you enjoy this story, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and tap that notification bell so you never miss an eerie adventure. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your mind curious, and remember, some legends are rooted in truths that are too terrifying to ignore. Stay spooky, everyone.